What's up, guys? Hope you're having a fantastic day. Now this is going to be a long video, but I thought it was important to make kind of a survival guide for Shadows of Evil just to get you started. Now I know there's a lot of these out there and I recommend watching them. Watch as many as you can until you understand it. The best way to do it really is to just do it yourself, but I watch so many videos trying to figure this out, so I hope this is helpful. First, this is the first ritual that you have to do. When you're in your spawn area, kill all the zombies but one, leave one alive, then open the gate. Don't even waste that first beast that's in the spawn area. Go to the first beast area, in the main area, I guess I should say, and then use your beast. Then you hit all the boxes, you grapple up above Easy Street, and you run through and open that gate. Pick up the summoning stone and go up to the ritual area. And now when you're in the ritual area and the actual ritual is going on, I don't recommend killing the, I will call them ghosts, I don't really know what they are. I only kill them when they get in my way. Now this first round they're one hit melee kills, so I mean it's not a big deal, but when you get to the further rituals, you're gonna get in some tight spots if you're running around trying to kill them all. So just, they'll all die when the ritual's over. So only kill them if they're in your way. If there's an easy way around them, I'd suggest doing that, because otherwise you're running out of ammo, reloading, whatever. So here you go, you pick up your first gate worm. And now you're going to need 4 gate worms in order to pack-a-punch your weapon, and I recommend doing this as fast as possible. Once you get to round 10, 12, 13, it becomes very difficult if you don't have a pack-a-punch weapon. So in order to get the 4 gate worms to pack-a-punch a weapon, there's 4 different ritual sites around the map. Now you can do this in any order. Of course I do this one first, the spawn area one first, and then the second one I always open up the door with pack-a-punch. Now pack-a-punch is, to me, the most important perk, and you can tell right here by that red bottle outside the gate, that means there's pack-a-punch inside. So if you didn't know, there's always going to be a broken bottle outside the gate letting you know what perk is in there. So I always do this one first. Now try to be as efficient with these beasts as possible because you have a limited amount. So you run down the canal, hit that open, and you run over and turn this box on over here. Now what you just did is you opened up the gate in order to get your ritual piece, and you opened up the rift area. Now if you're able to grapple up here and turn on pack-a-punch as well, then that's great. If not, it's okay. I mean, all these are going to take multiple beasts, usually 2 beasts, in order to open up both areas to get the ritual done, and then possibly a third in order to open up your perk area. Now if you can do them all at once, great. If not, it's just going to take you maybe a round or 2 more to get the pack-a-punch. Now you'll notice here I pick up a part. They're always going to be in your perk area, so go ahead and pick those up and I'll explain them later. So at this point in round 1 I can't get anything more done. I don't have enough money to open up the next gate, so I'm going to skip ahead. We're in round 2 now. I didn't want to keep all the zombie killing in here because I wanted you to get the information. So you hop down, remember you broke that gate open in order to unlock that ritual piece, so make sure you grab that because you'll need it to do the next ritual. So I'm going to go ahead and get these witches out of here. I'm going to open up the rift. That's where you're going to go when you get all 4 rituals done. You're going to go through the rift in order to pack-a-punch your weapon. So after you get the witches out of here, you're going to go ahead and walk up out of the canal and open this gate right here. Now you're going to become beast and you're going to turn around and grapple up. You'll notice the grappling hook when you turn around right there. Now if you didn't turn on the perk machine, your last beast, you should have time to do it after this. First you run down the stairs and hit the box. That'll open up the gate in here. If you're not worried about the perk machine or you already opened it, don't even worry about this. But if you run out, you can grapple up and you should have enough time to turn on the perk machine and then open the gate. So now it's time to complete the next ritual. You just run up, I believe this is called the Ruby Rabbit. You just run up here, up the stairs, you lay your piece down, and you start the ritual. Now this is the same as the other ones. There's going to spawn in a bunch of witches. What I suggest doing is kind of using the stairs. Only kill them when they get in your way, otherwise you're going to get caught up. Alright, as we do this ritual, I just wanted to mention something. The most important thing to zombies for me is leaving 1 zombie alive to get these rituals done and get all your perks and everything when at the end of a round when you only have a very little resistance from zombies. So I'd say even if you make a mistake and accidentally kill the last one, I'd almost go through the next round and make sure I had 1 up before I tried this, because when you're trying to juke out ghosts or witches and zombies, you usually get yourself in trouble. Alright, so at this point, after your second ritual is completed, a Margwall will spawn in. It's a 3-headed beast. They're not anything to be worried about in these early rounds. I would suggest getting a wall weapon before the second ritual. I didn't here, and I end up having to get one as I'm being chased by the Margwall because the pistol is just not very strong. But if you have a wall weapon, you're in very good shape. All you have to do is shoot the head while it's yellow. Now he has 3 heads, so you shoot the first one, it explodes, then he gets angry and goes a little bit faster, and you hit the second one and the third. No big deal, nothing to worry about. Just I would get a wall weapon first. One thing I would mention is don't kill him in the middle of the round. Don't be concentrating on him in the middle of a round because you have a ton of zombies. Right here, because I left one zombie up while I did that ritual, there's only one zombie following me, so I have to deal with him and one zombie, so no big deal. So that's something I would recommend. Either do it at the very beginning or the very end. I wouldn't be shooting at him with 100 zombies following you. So right here I'm going to go ahead and get the VMP. It's a good wall weapon to start off with, and you can see how fast you destroy this Margwall with a more powerful weapon. Now if you saw there, I was sprayed with something from one of those bugs. When you destroy a head, one of those bugs come out of it, so they're just more annoying than anything. But if you get hit a few times with that, it can damage you to the point where you die. So go ahead and kill this last bug, and make sure you pick up the Margwall heart. Now the Margwall heart is used for the wonder weapon, which I'll also show you how to do a little bit later. So at this point it's round 2, I have 2 rituals done, and I have 1200 points. Now my main concern is just getting Pack-a-Punch open. I need Pack-a-Punch open by round 8, 9, 10 is what I would prefer to have it open at. So this part's up to you. You can go wherever you want, whichever gate you're more comfortable with. But make sure you're just maximizing your beast. If you have a beast available and you have enough points to open a gate, make sure you're capitalizing on that opportunity because you only have a limited amount of beasts per round. Now if you're not able to, if you had to buy a wall weapon, you didn't have enough to open the gate or something like that, it's okay. You're just going to get it a little bit later. So I'm going to go ahead and be beast, grapple up here, turn the machine on, and then hit this box open. This box isn't that important, so if you don't have time to do that, don't do that. I'm going to go over and open up the gate. Now that's important, otherwise you won't be able to walk up there. Now you should have time to do this next part as well. It took me a little longer for some reason, but go down the street, look up to the right, and you can grapple up there and hit that box down. That'll be your next ritual piece. Now if you're not able to, no big deal, because we're going to have to go to the next round anyways, because we cannot open the next gate because I only have 250 points, and the next gate is very simple, so you'll have enough time to get the piece and open the ritual area if you didn't have time to do so already. Now if you remember earlier, I told you about the parts for the zombie shield, so I'll get into that more later, but they're always in your perk location, so go ahead and search the area. They spawn in a couple different places, but make sure you get that. Otherwise you're going to have to go back and look through and try to remember which one you didn't get, so go ahead and try to do that as you open them up. So I'm going to go ahead and go through the round, leave one zombie up, and that way I have enough points to open up the gate, and I have another beast to use. Now if you didn't get the item last time, you can go ahead and become that first beast, grab the item, and then do this next part. If you already had it, you can come down here. It doesn't really matter. All you do is go down towards the water and you hit this door open. That's all you have to do on this one, unless you didn't get the ritual piece already. In that case, you can run back up and get it now. So now that you have the boxing belt and the ritual open, the ritual site open, you can go ahead and go down here. Now it'll be the same as before. You're going to place the boxing belt on the ritual table and begin the ritual. Now same thing, the witches are going to come. I suggest doing the same thing. I like these stairs a lot. They don't really spawn up there too often, and it's a nice way to kind of train the witches up. So after this is over, we're going to have another gate worm towards our Pack-a-Punch. Now I don't have enough points to do anything else. If you do, make sure you maximize those points and those beasts to get this done as soon as possible. That way you don't have to worry about it and you can start focusing on the shield or the wonder weapon. Now there's also this awesome sword, but I haven't gotten it yet. I haven't tried to get it. I've been watching videos. I kind of think I know how to do it, so once I do, I'll let you know. But now that ritual's over, we go ahead and pick up our gate worm, and I'm going to go ahead and skip to the end of the next round where I have one zombie up to show you what to do next. So here we go. We're going to get our last gate worm that we need to Pack-a-Punch. I have the Footlight District next, which is the female character's headpiece. So on this one, I recommend open up both gates because you should be able to get both of them done in one beast mode, which, like I said, is very important to maximize your opportunities with the beast mode. So I'll show you how I did it. There's multiple ways to do it. Some might be better for you. Leave that grapple alone. Go ahead and turn right. grapple up there and turn straight around and hit the box. Now go ahead and turn on your perk machine and jump to the ledge. Jump to the ledge, hit that box down. Now I'm going to go through that gate I opened. You're going to run through, go right a little bit, and then look right above the burlesque house, right? You grapple up, turn around, it's going to be right behind you, hit that box open. Now you've unlocked the ritual piece and the ritual site in one beast mode, which is always great. But if you can't, make sure you get the piece first and then go through the gate. There's a beast location right when you walk in, pretty much, and then you just do what we did on the second part. Just look right above the burlesque house. You'll be able to grapple up, and the box is gonna be, you're gonna fall, and the box will be right behind you when you land. Now it's time to perform the ritual to get our fourth and final gate worm needed for Pack-a-Punch. Now in this room, you might have to kill a few more of the witches because the way it's set up, they spawn in front of you sometimes, so it's okay. They're not very hard to kill. One thing I will mention, after your second and fourth gate worm that you unlock, you will have a Margwa spawn in. So if you only have one zombie up, it's nothing to worry about, but make sure you have a wall weapon or some sort of weapon more than the pistol, obviously, and make sure you have ammo. So now our ritual is complete. We're going to pick up our last gate worm and get the heck out of here because a Margwa is going to spawn in. Now, anything in zombies, you don't want to do close quarters, right? I mean, if you can keep the zombies and the Margwa at a distance, you're ahead of the game. So I'm going to go ahead and bring them outside. Now, I will mention, if you don't want to leave one zombie up and you want to do this mid-round, you can do it. I'm sure you can do it. But this location seems like it would be a good area to train zombies. I don't like it at all. You get caught up on cars a lot. With the pattern, it would look like it'd be very good for it, but I wouldn't suggest trying it. So we're going to deal with this Margwa the same way we did the last one. We're going to shoot as he's running at us. He's going to open up his mouth. It's going to be a big yellow target pretty much. And you're going to shoot it until his head explodes, and then you have to do that, 3 times. But while we're getting chased by this 3-headed monster, I wanted to talk about perks a little bit. You'll notice that I have Quick Revive. If you're playing solo, Quick Revive is huge, right? You can go down and revive yourself. It's a great perk. I always recommend that. Now, the other ones are kind of up to you. I definitely recommend Jug. At this point, if you can afford Jug, I would go ahead and get it. But it's really up to you. The perks that I've been using mostly have been Quick Revive, Juggernog is huge, Double Tap 2.0, which comes in handy, and then Widow's Wine. Widow's Wine is a really cool perk, and I'll talk about more later when I'm able to unlock it, but Widow's Wine is really good. So we defeated another Margwa, not too difficult. Oh, whoa, there's a bomb. You don't want to run into those, because at this point it's only round 4, and I have one zombie up. I killed the Margwa. I am in no danger of going down here, and I can get more stuff done. So if you remember when we were doing the police officer badge ritual, we opened up the rift down in the canals. Now that's my favorite rift. It seems the easiest to access, the easiest to use, but we can go through the rift now and put our gate worms in the proper location. Now we don't have enough to use the Pack-a-Punch machine. The Pack-a-Punch machine's 5,000 points, we only have 2,400, but we can get it all set up and ready to go for when we have enough points. It'll be nice and easy. So you go through the rift and some witches will spawn in. Go ahead and get them out of your way. They're very easy to kill, and just get them out of your way. Now if you have beast mode, you can go ahead and turn on Widow's Wine, Mule Kick, and open up another entrance or exit. But first you go towards the wall that's illuminated, and you just go up to it and that wall will break, and that'll open up the Pack-a-Punch room. Now you can see I don't have a beast mode available, but there's the Pack-a-Punch room right there. But before I do that, before I put the gate worms up and everything, I'm going to set up a little bit. I'm in no danger of going down. This is the key for me, guys. Leave one zombie up and get all your setups done. You can do whatever you want and not be in a hurry to do so. So I didn't get Jug yet. I didn't get Juggernog yet, so I'm going to go ahead and get Juggernog for sure. So after I get Juggernog, I'm going to go ahead and get my zombie shield. Now I found all the pieces, but in case you're skipping around watching this video, which is completely fine, I'll explain it again. The zombie shield parts can be found at the perk location. So just when you go and you open up the perk room, look around for zombie parts, and you go ahead and find a workstation. Now this one is right by the Ruby Rabbit. You build your zombie shield and it will really come in handy. You throw this thing over your back, and if a zombie comes up from behind and starts punching you, you'll hear the zombie hitting on the shield, but it won't be damaging you. You can also flip the shield around and block zombies that way. There's also some abilities. I can't remember exactly what they are off the top of my head. I think it's like a thrust movement type thing, a speed boost, but definitely go ahead and get that unlocked if you're able to. So now there's nothing else I can do in this round. The curse still sleeps, I still can't go to beast mode, and I don't have enough points to get any more perks. So I'm going to go ahead and set up in the Pack-a-Punch room. You have to put the gate worms that you've acquired on the pedestals in each kind of corner of this Pack-a-Punch room. And when you put the worm on the pedestal, you'll see the wall to the left will kind of reappear, will come back to form. You can see over here on the right it's happened as well. You can wall run in this room, so you can go ahead and wall run over here, and then there's 2 more pedestals to put the gate worms on. Now after you put the gate worms on these pedestals, some more of the room will come back together and you can just jump straight across, or you can go ahead and wall run like I did here. And this is where the summoning key comes in. You place the summoning key on this area right here, and it'll start the ritual. Now you probably are going to have to kill some of these witches because you don't want to be wall running into them. They'll knock you right off the wall, and that's a terrible way to die when you're so close to getting the Pack-a-Punch. But I did want to mention, this is a great room to train zombies in. Probably the best in the game that I've seen so far. It's an easy way to get them trained up and just take a lot of them out at once. So now we're almost done with this ritual, just a few more seconds, and then the Pack-a-Punch will be open. Now I don't have enough to Pack-a-Punch yet, and I don't really want to Pack-a-Punch yet. It's only round 4. The weapon I have is working perfectly fine at the moment, but in case you want to and you have enough points, it is open now. So I'm going to go ahead and kill this last zombie, and then I'm going to go ahead and set up some more before I Pack-a-Punch. So I went ahead to the next round and left 1 zombie up like always, and I'm going to go ahead and go through this room and become Beast. And now I'm going to turn on Widow's Wine Mule Kick and open up the next entrance. So right when you become Beast, just go to your right a little bit, and this first box will turn on Widow Wine. Now you go up the stairs and there'll be a Mule Kick box. You can go ahead and turn that on. You go up the stairs again and there'll be another box to open up this second entrance into the Pack-a-Punch room. Now you should have some time left over, so you can go ahead and knock open this box. These, I think they're called Cthulhu statues, are for the sword. Now, like I said, I haven't done that yet, so I'm not going to get into how to do it because I don't know, honestly. I know you have to rather train and see some different images and write them down, but let's not get into that because I don't have any visuals to show you guys. So I go ahead and get Widow's Wine. Now, Widow's Wine is really a nice perk. If a zombie hits you, a lot of the times some spider webs will come off your body and kind of wrap up the zombie, so it really comes in handy. Now I'm going to go ahead and get double tap as well. It'll turn any gun into a pretty good gun here in these early rounds, so that's an important thing for me. So at this point I'm going to go ahead and skip over a few rounds. Now we're at round 9. I managed to get the ICR, which is a really good gun, and the bootlegger because I wanted a decent weapon to Pack-a-Punch. So I'm going to go ahead and Pack-a-Punch the bootlegger right here so you can see exactly what that looks like. Now if you saw my Pack-a-Punch fail video the other day, you'll know don't walk away from the machine because it will go away. But there's the bootlegger Pack-a-Punched. It looks awesome. But we're going to go ahead and Pack-a-Punch it again when we get a chance so that we get a special ability. You know, there's Fireworks, there's Thunderwall, there's Turned, there's a few different ones. We're going to go ahead and do that again here, and let's see which one we get. So now it's Pack-a-Punch for a second time and you get a special ability. We ended up getting Fireworks, which is actually a pretty good one. So every, I don't know, few rounds, I'm not sure exactly how often it happens, but when you shoot a zombie, some fireworks will like explode out of the zombie body and kill others around him. So I went out and I got a light machine gun because, you know, they have a huge ammo capacity, and I go ahead and Pack-a-Punch that. And the light machine guns are really good. You want to have another weapon though. You don't want to have 2 light machine guns because it's a long time to reload. Even with Speed Cola, I prefer not having 2 light machine guns. But if you do, definitely get Speed Cola instead of maybe Double Tap or instead of one of the other ones. So I put this part in here to kind of show you how to do the wonder weapon. So remember we got the Margwar Heart after killing the first one. These you also need. This is the second piece we need. You can get those for killing those rolling balls. They're kind of like the wraps. I always call them meatballs. They look like meatballs to me. Or you can get them by killing those flying things that shoot the yellow stuff at you. But so make sure after you're killing these things you're looking down on the ground to see if they dropped anything, because the wonder weapon will help you out a ton. Now I've been cutting out a lot of the training the zombies, but I kind of wanted to leave this one in here to show you the turned ability that comes with Pack-a-Punching your weapon. Every few shots, or I don't know exactly how many again, but you end up turning one of the zombies back into human, and they kind of work for you, right? They go after the other zombies and kill them, which is kind of a nice thing. So I pack a punch these weapons a few times just to get a feel for which ones I like best. Thunderwall's really good. Fireworks is good, but you experiment with them and see what you like. Now next I'm going to skip forward a few rounds to think around like 20, and I end up to going down in that round. So it's not a big deal if you go down, right? You should have enough points. You go down, you have quick revive, so you'll get right back up. Get down to one zombie again and go ahead and get all the perks again, and you'll be completely fine. Don't freak out, don't panic, you'll be fine. Now for the last piece of the wonder weapon, that's where these pods come in. Now you need the fumigator. Now that you'll be able to find that pretty easily. There's the last piece right there. The fumigators all around in the main area, you can find them. But don't harvest the pods until they get to that purple or red, because that's when you get the better stuff out of it. So we got the Margwa heart after killing the Margwa, we got the intestine thing after killing one of the meatballs, and we got the last piece out of one of the pods. So now you have all three pieces. You just go to one of the workstations. Now I think I already used that one for the zombie shield, so you have to go to another workstation, and you can go ahead and build the wonder weapon. The wonder weapon's really neat. I'll leave in some gameplay of me shooting it a few times, but before I worry about the wonder weapon, I need to get quick revive just in case I go down. So like I said, you go down, don't panic, you'll be just fine. After I get quick revive, I'm gonna make my way to another workstation so I can create the wonder weapon. Now the workstation I head to is where we did the boxer ritual at. I can't remember the name of the district. It's not the Footlight, it's the one before that right here. And so you head towards the ritual site and you can build your wonder weapon. As we're going there, I just want to mention this video is almost over. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like down below if it helped you at all, and leave any questions down in the comments. I'm not a zombie whiz or anything, but I can definitely answer most of them for you, or I can find it. We're coming up on the workstation here. I'll leave in some gameplay at the end of me using the wonder weapon, but I hope you guys have a great day. Don't forget to like and subscribe, I'd really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys later.
Thorn in my side and a pain in my ass. Is that a good thing?